Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Swami Vivekananda 155th birth anniversary and 125th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan celebration, organized by the Vedanta Society of Japan.
ご来場の皆様、日本ベーダンタ協会主催、スワーミー・ヴィベーカーナンダ第155回生誕記念祝賀会、並びにスワーミー・ヴィベーカーナンダ訪日125周年記念祝賀会にようこそお越しくださいました。
I am Kathy Matsui, a member of organizing committee of the Swami Vivekananda Birth Anniversary Committee, and presently an educator of Seisen University. I am very much honored to be here today as your English MC. And the Japanese language MC will be Ms. Satsuki Yokota, a professional translator and a member of the Vedanta Society Manager Committee and the editor of the Japanese monthly electronic newsletter of the Society.
本日、英語の司会を務めますのは、スワミー・ヴィベーカーナンダ祝賀委員会委員、聖仙女子大学教授の松井ケティ。日本語の司会を担当いたしますのは、日本ベーダンタ協会責任役員で、協会の E メール版月刊ニュースレターを編集しております、企業内翻訳者の私、横田さつきでございます。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
The theme of this year's celebration is India-Japan relationship and Swami Vivekananda.
本年の祝賀会のテーマは、日本とインドの関係とスワミー・ヴィベーカーナンダです。
We will now begin with the invocation Vedic prayer.Will be led by Swami Midhasananda, Risa Takagi, Shanti Izumida, Miwako Tanabe, and Leonardo Alvarez.
それでははじめにベーダの祈りを捧げます。祈りを捧げていただきますのは、スワミ・メーダサーナンダジ・マハラージと高木リサさん、レオナルド・アルバレスさん、泉田シャンティさん、田辺美和子さんです。
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sahana Avatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shameno Mitra Shambarunaha Shameno Bhavatvaryama Shamena Indro Brihaspati Shameno Vishnu Rurukrama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Vritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanamam Avatu Tad Bhaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Bhaktaram Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tacchayora Mahe Gatun Yagyaya Gatun Yagyapataye Daive Swastirastu Naha Swastir Manusebhyah Urdham Jigatu Bheshajam Shamno Yastu Dipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Madhuvatarithayate Sharanti Sindhavaha Madhirna Santoshadi madhu nakta muto sasi madhu mat parthibagam rajaha madhu daurastu na pita madhu manno vanaspati madhu magyam astu suryaha madhirgavo bhavantu naha Ong madhu ong madhu ong madhu Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.
Next, Swami Medhasananda will lead a prayer. You are requested to stand and repeat the prayer.
では、続きまして、皆様にも祈りをご唱和いただきます。その場でご起立いただけますでしょうか。マハーラージの先導で全員で祈りの言葉を唱えます。
And then, after the prayer, it will be followed by a silent prayer for a few minutes.
そして、この、祈りが済みました後は、最後に、数分間みんなで黙想します。
The silent prayer will be done when you're seated.
黙想の際にはおかけいただきますので、その際にはまた、お知らせいたします。
Om, please. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrittorma amritangamaya Abira birma edhi Rudra yatte dakshinam mukham te namang pahi nityam sarve bhavantu sukhinaha Sarve santu niramayaha Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkha bhavet Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Now please take your seat and we will do silent prayer for about 3 minutes. Thank you.
では皆様どうぞおかけください。続いて黙想いたします。
And now, a bouquet to Swami Vivekananda will be offered by Mr. Raj Kumar Srivastava, Deputy Chief of the Mission, Embassy of India, Tokyo.
次にスワミー・ビベーカーナンダへの花束奉納の儀式です。花束をご奉納いただきますのは、駐日インド大使館首席公使ラージ・クマール・スリバスタマ様です。
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajkumar Srivastava.
スリバスタバ公使、ありがとうございました。
Now, welcome address will be delivered by Swami Medasananda.
続きまして、メダサーナンダジーマハラージより歓迎のご挨拶をいただきます。
Dear friends,
皆様、こんにちは。
the first public program on Swami Vivekananda in Tokyo in recent years was held in 1994.
東京でこの数十年の間でスワミー・ビベーカーナンダの公開祝賀会が初めて開催されたのは1994年でした。
On that occasion, the Vedanta Society of Japan, a branch of the Ramakrishna Mission in Japan, supported by the devotees and admirers of Swamiji, celebrated the centenary of Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan.
この時はラーマクリシュナミッション日本支部の日本ベーダンタ協会が信者の方々やスワミージを信奉する方々のご協力を得て、スワミージの訪日100周年記念を祝賀いたしました。
Since then, we have been celebrating the birth anniversary of Swamiji publicly in Tokyo.
この時からスワミージの生誕を記念する公開祝賀会を東京で開催しております。
This year, we are celebrating the 125th anniversary of Swamiji's visit to Japan in Tokyo and Kobe, in addition to the 150th birth anniversary of Swamiji.
本年はスワミー・ビベーカーナンダの第155回生誕記念祝賀会に加えて、スワミージの訪日125周年記念祝賀会を東京と神戸で開催いたします。
Some of the organizers of the first celebration of 1994 are no more.
1994年の最初の祝賀会の実行メンバーの中には、すでに他界された方々もいらっしゃいます。
The most prominent among them was Shivji Kothari, founder and owner of the Maharaj restaurant chain.
その中でも特に著名な方として、マハラジャレストラントチェーンの創始者であり、オーナーであられたシバジ・コタリさんがいらっしゃいます。
We recall here with thanks and gratitude from the bottom of our heart those persons whose cooperation and support has made possible for us to continue to hold this celebration over these years.
このような方々のご協力、ご支援のおかげで、私どもは長きにわたりこの祝賀会の開催を継続することができましたこと、心からの感謝とともに今一度思い起こしたいと思います。
We cordially welcome Honorable Sri Rajkumar Srivastava, new Deputy Chief of the Mission of the Indian Embassy Tokyo, to this program as its chief guest.
本日は主賓として駐日インド大使館首席公使に新たに就任されましたラージ・クマール・スリバスタマ様にお越しいただいております。
He is a smart, intelligent, amiable young officer.
スリバスタバ公使は聡明で知的で感じの良い方で、若くしてこの住職に就かれています。
We hope, like his predecessors, he will also help us to propagate the Indian culture in Japan.
前任の方々同様、私たちの日本におけるインド文化の普及・発展の活動にご助力いただけることと存じます。
We also cordially invite Professor Masaki Fukunaga as the special guest of this program.
また、本日の特別ゲストとして、上智大学客員研究員福永正明教授に をお招きしております。
We are expecting to hear a brilliant speech from him on the Japan-India relationship.
福永教授には日本とインドの関係について素晴らしいスピーチをいただけることと楽しみにしております。
Dear friends,
ご来場の皆
we also heartily welcome you all to today's special celebration of Swamiji.
ご来場の皆様、スワミージを祝賀する本日のこの特別なイベントにようこそお越しくださいました。皆様を心から歓迎いたします。
We hope your participation will be meaningful and enjoyable.
どうぞ楽しく意義あるひとときをお過ごしください。
Thank you. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Swamiji.
スワミージありがとうございました。
Next in the program is the release of publications. Release of special issue of Universal Gospel will be offered by Mr. Raj Kumar Srivastava.
次に新刊書籍の披露とスピーチです。日本ベーダンタ協会の隔月刊講師不滅の言葉特別号をスリバスタバ講師にご披露いただきます。
Thank you very much, Mr. Srivastava.
スリバスタバ講師ありがとうございました。
Release of new book of Jisenteki Vedanta, Practical Vedanta, will be offered by Professor Masaaki Fukunaga.
続きまして教会の新刊書実践的ベーダンタを上智大学客員研究員福永正明教授にご披露いただきます。
Thank you, Professor Fukunaga.
福永教授ありがとうございました。
Now we request Mr. Raj Kumar Srivastava to deliver his chief guest's address.
ではラージ・クマール・スリバスタバ駐日インド大使館首席講師に主賓のスピーチをいただきます。
Konnichiwa. Good afternoon. Namaskar. It's my great honor to be present here on this celebration of 155th anniversary, birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. What I would do, I would start with first reading out the message of Ambassador Sri Sujan Chinoy for this particular function that he has made. And then I will say a few thoughts of mine about Swami Vivekananda as I see as a student. So the message is, I would like to take this opportunity to offer my heartfelt felicitations to the Vedanta Society of Japan on the occasion of the 155th birth anniversary of the great spiritual leader Swami Vivekananda, who today continues to inspire millions across the world with his teachings of universal principles. Swami Vivekananda was undoubtedly India's foremost spiritual ambassador to the world, representing Hinduism at the first World Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893, 125 years back, where the participants were instantly taken by his deep human insight, eloquence, and inspiring personality. He advocated unity and harmony among peoples of different faiths, and his thinking resonated with the thousands of people who attended his lectures throughout America, Europe, and India. As such, he became internationally recognized as one of the most influential thinkers of his time. This year marks the 125th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan in 1893 en route to Chicago. From 30th June to 14 July 1893, he had visited cities like Kobe, Osaka, Kyoto, Tokyo, and Yokohama. He was very impressed by the country and its people and said, "I would wish that every one of our young men could visit Japan once at least in his lifetime." During the course of his celebrated life, he bestowed a wealth of knowledge upon all humanity through his writings and lectures on Hindu philosophy. He founded the Ramakrishna Mission, which has since continued to engage in philanthropic activities promoting harmony, cooperation, and coexistence. I wish to extend my best wishes to the Vedanta Society of Japan for the success of the program. I would also like to express my appreciation for the Society's efforts to foster closer bonds between India and Japan. So this was the message from Ambassador. Let me also take this opportunity to pay my respect to Swami Vivekananda by remembering some of his thoughts and my interpretations of those for living a better life. As an engineer and science background student, when I read the works of Swami Vivekananda, I found so many scientific thoughts conveyed by him as a visionary. This was so because many of his thoughts sound scientific today, which were ahead of his time in terms of science of that time. He passed away in 1902. Vedanta philosophy has element of physics yet to be described in that time. For example, when we talk about physics, Newtonian model was yet to be challenged by Einstein. Swami Vivekananda, through his thoughts, explained convincingly proximity between the concept of physics and metaphysics. Much after his time, Einstein was working on a unified theory of physics. He had done this theory of relativity, that is the galaxies and the universe, and he also had studied the atomic theory. He, in fact, was the reason why atomic bomb was created. So he was trying to unify the theory of big and small. He could not. But when I read the works of Swami Vivekananda, he probably explained it beautifully. He explained it much before Einstein, when he had said that one could attain the absolute truth either by looking outwardly with love, compassion, and devotion, that is theory of big, or by focusing inwardly by meditation, ultimately resulting into samadhi, that is the theory of small. So in that sense, this metaphysical theory had proved much ahead of Einstein's time when he was trying to find the theory of big and small together. Another scientific thought, much ahead of his time, was that time is only measure of our thoughts. And thought being inconceivably swift, there is no limit to the speed at which we can live the life ahead. Today, we see the manifestation of that when we see how life is changing so fast within our lifespan. For me, his message for mankind is to move from darkness to light, from knowledge to consciousness. He said that whole history of humanity is continuous fight against the so-called laws of nature. In the internal world as well, that means inside our body, it is the fight between light and darkness. When he talks of religion, he says, the best guide in life is strength. Discard everything that weakens you. So that proves about religion. Discard all the religious practices which actually weaken you. Have nothing to do with it. When he talks of different forms of yoga, like karma yoga and Raj yoga, he mentions that balance in life is true recognition of a yogi. Too much of anything is not a characteristic of yogi. About gender equality, he had said that when you judge man and woman, judge them by the standard of their respective greatness. On the civilizational connect between India and Japan, we say that we have a common heritage of Buddhism. On Buddhism and Hinduism, comparing the two, he had said that Hinduism could not live without Buddhism, and Buddhism could not without Hinduism. Heart of Buddhism, brain and philosophy of Hinduism together give the strength of Indian civilization. I think he would have been happy today, 25 years after his visit to Japan, to see how India and Japan relations are growing at a very, very fast momentum. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Srivastava.
スリバスタバ講師、ありがとうございました。
At this time, we would like to request two speakers to speak on the theme India-Japan Relationship and Swami Vivekananda.
それでは本日のテーマである日本とインドの関係とスワミ・ビベーカーナンダについて2人の方にご講演をいただきます。
The first speaker is Professor Masaaki Fukunaga, visiting fellow, Sophia University. He will speak on India-Japan historical relationship.
はじめにお話しいただくのは上智大学客員研究員福永正明教授です。福永教授は日本とインドの歴史的関係についてお話しくださいます。
नमस्ते नमस्ते आज दोपहर को यहाँ पर इस छोटा सा बात आप लोगों से करने में मैं बहुत खुशी हूँ और सभी लोगों से धन्यवाद बोलता हूँ। अभी वो जापानी भाषा से वो बातचीत शुरू करूँ। 駐日インド大使館主席公事ラージクマール・シリワスタバ様、日本ベーダンタ協会のスワミ・メーダーサナンダ会長様、ご来賓の皆様、そして多くの日本、インドの友人の皆様、今年はご紹介の通り、ビベカナンダ氏といいますか、さんが、あるいはさんというよりは、師匠の師で、師、あるいはグルが、生誕、お生まれになられてから155年ということになります。さらには今年はですね、日本を訪れられて125年という非常に記念すべき年であります。本日、この記念すべき行事にあたり、皆様と共にここに集い、そして日本とインドの関係というテーマでお話しできますこと、私にとっては非常に光栄なことでございます。お招きに心から御礼を申し上げます。少し自己紹介を申し上げますと、私は上智大学アジア文化研究所、ビリアット先生の下で客員研究員をいたしております。さらに岐阜女子大学南アジア研究センターの客員教授として、務めております。最初にインドに行きましたのは1977年、インディラ・ガンディ首相が非常事態宣言を出し総選挙になった、その総選挙の頃にちょうど学部大学生3年の時にインドに行ったのが初めてでございます。その時以降、さまざまな経験を積んで1981年から3年間インド国立バナーラスヒンドゥー大学、バナーラスワラナシーにあります大学に留学しまして、社会学で、PhD を取得いたしました。私は歴史というよりはインドの人々と社会というようなこと、社会学を専攻しております。北インド、とりわけ、ウッタラプデーシュ州の東側の小さな村を1年間住み込みまして、いわゆるフィールド調査というのを行い、その成果を PhD 論文とし、さらにデリーあるいはロンドンで出版いたしました。現在も農村と人々の暮らしの変化ということを、テーマとして主に40年間経過しましたけれども、その村を訪れながらさまざまな、状況あるいは分析を行っております。さて、本日のテーマは インドと日本、あるいは日本とインドの関係ということでございます。短い時間でございますので、今後のインドの日印関係の発展のために、いくつかの分析、あるいは少し問題の提起というような視点からお話しできればと思います。今、シュリマーツサバ講師よりお話ございましたけれども、ビベカナンダ氏が日本を訪れましたのは、125年前、1893年、明治26年のことになります。氏はですね、南インドのチェンナイ、マドラスで30歳の時に、インドとヒンドゥー教についての将来について講義をしました。その講義を聞いた若者たちからですね、ぜひシカゴで開催される世界宗教会議に出席してほしいという依頼を受けまして、ビベカナンダはアメリカへ渡るという決意をされました。で、太平洋航路を使うということでして、長崎に到着され、そして、横浜から出港されるという。当時30歳の氏は、5月31日にムンバイを発たれ、そして、シンガポール、香港などを訪問して長崎に着かれております。その間、大阪、京都、東京を訪れられたということが記録として残っております。残念ながらこの間の日本における、講演ということについて私はちょっと承知していないんですけれども、東海道線が開通しましたのが1889年の7月ですから、東海道線開通から6年後の日本を列車の中からご覧になられたのだろうと思います。横浜をプリンス・オブ・ウェールズ、エンブレス・オブ・インディア号で出港され、7月中旬にカナダのバンクーバーに着かれ、到着されました。短期間の訪日、そして、陸路の移動という大変厳しい状況でしたけれども、その中で氏はですね、非常に鋭い日本社会、あるいは日本の人々に対する分析というものを行われていました。例えば、1897年の2月、チェンナイの新聞のインタビューに答えまして、次の6つの点を指摘されております。1、日本人は国のため全てを犠牲にするほど愛国心が強い、高い。2、正常な技術を持っている。3、日本の仏教、大乗仏教は、正論、現スリランカのような上座仏教とは異なり、ベーダーンタと同じ有神論的、積極的な仏教である。4、日本はその精神を残しながら西洋の知識をよく理解している。5、日本人はお米のご飯と味噌汁を適量食べている。6、インドの若者はイギリスではなく日本に留学した方が良いということをですね、この125年前に30日ぐらいの旅行の中で感じ取られて、インドの新聞にインタビュー記事として話されております。こういうふうに非常に高く評価されておられましたけれども、残念ながら死の健康状態ということで2度目の訪日ということはなりませんでした。私はこの先ですね、ここから少しこの125年前のビベカナンダの、訪日ということから離れて、日本とインドの問題ということをお話ししていきたいと思うんですけれども、日本においてインドがどのように理解されているかということを申し上げますと、もちろん、釈尊、釈迦生誕の地であるとか、仏教の国だ、カレーライスを作り出した国だ、あるいは、カレーの国などさまざまな言葉が並んでまいります。もちろん近年はインフォメーションテクノロジー IT 産業、巨大な人口を抱える消費市場、さらに4桁の暗算を使いこなす秀才たち という、親近感は非常に強く安全保障面でも注目されていることも確かです。しかし、現実のインドの社会や人々については、日本ではいまだにほとんど知られていないと言ってよろしいでしょう。21世紀のインドが貧困と経済成長が混在し、広大な自然の下で複雑な社会を作り出しているためでしょうか。あるいは日本社会の一般の人々の想像を超えるような宗教への強い信頼、多数の宗教が極めて際どく同居している社会、それを理解するということが非常に厳しいということもあります。インドは世界で最も多くの人々が訪れ、長い歴史の中で生きる民主主義の姿に共鳴し、古代から受け継がれた宗教儀礼に驚き、あるいは感動しながら、その古代の時空に引き込まれています。日本では、インドで発祥した仏教が6世紀に伝来しました。そこは天竺と呼ばれ、憧れの地とされました。天竺からも南インド出身の高僧菩提仙那が中国経由で8世紀に来日しました。東大のルシャナ大仏の海岸尊師を務めたことは非常に有名です。あるいは鎌倉時代に高山寺、京都にあります高山寺の開いた高僧明恵上人は、実際にはインドを訪れることはなかったんですけれども、天竺を訪れたいという一心で自らの旅行記を書くということをされています。仏教の発祥地である天竺への憧れは、天竺こそが地上の理想であるとの賛美の思想を育ませました。さらには天竺と優れた文化を生んだ中国、さらに日本という3つの国の間での特別の結びつきが強調され、天竺への愛着は民衆にも浸透していったのです。日本においてインドは長年にわたり仏石をあるいは仏教に結びつく遥かな憧れの地と考えられていました。もちろんその考えによれば、インドの人々は仏石に住むものであるというふうに仏教の付属品のような扱いさえ受けていたのです。そこには同時代を生きるものと判断する視点はなかったと言えるでしょう。古代から現代までの天竺、インドへの日本民衆の思いは、かの地の厳しい社会や人々の暮らしに目を向けることなく、現実とはかけ離れたような継承、憧れが先行するインド観であったことは明らかです。19世紀半ば、日本開国後の明治維新、多くの日本の青年たちがヨーロッパ航路、つまりビベカナンダ氏と逆の方向でインドに向かいました。そしてインドに立ち寄りました。仏教聖地としてのインドへの関心だけではなく、学ぶべきヨーロッパへの志高く向かう彼らには、インドは異様な場として映ったようです。つまり、近代化の道を歩み出した日本の知識人、留学生たちには、インドは植民地に支配に苦しむ、抑圧を受け、貧困にあえぐ、その姿を続ける悲惨で哀れな国というように映ったのです。こうして人々の多くの間には、古代の憧れの地であったインドは、あるいは天竺は、近代では西洋民主主義、植民地主義の支配の被害者、あるいは貧困に苦しむ国という姿に転じていきました。明治維新以後の日本では、対インド観というのは、 インドのような植民地にならないよう、さらには欧米植民地主義のと対抗するアジアの兄弟国として存在すべき日本を浮かび上がらせました。ちょうどこの頃、死が日本を訪れていたことは、両国関係の中でも特筆すべきこと、重要な出来事です。まさにこういう憧れからインド社会をどういうふうに見るかというときに、ビベカナンダが日本を訪れ、さまざまな影響を及ぼした。残念ながら、日本社会では国家主義思想が強調され、アジア各地に加え、憧れであったはずのインドへも侵略の手を出していくことになります。さて、20世紀初期にノーベル賞を受賞したタゴールは、通算5回来日、日本の文化人たちにインド文化や美術を紹介、仏教に限らない新しい日印の文化交流を発展させました。インド民族独立運動の高揚とともに、大英帝国と対峙したマハトマ・ガンディは、日本の人々に強い共鳴を持って迎えられました。欧米支配に反撃し、アジアの代表となるため決起を目指す日本では、ガンディは新しい憧れの対象となり、アジアからの欧米への対決者と移っていったのです。実はガンディの思想、あるいは非暴力不服従の思想は、素早い翻訳によって日本に紹介されました。しかしながら、社会や言論界はその思想の内容を十分に理解することはできませんでした。それはアジア諸民族の欧米支配からの解放を唱えていながら、あくまでも日本に都合のよい形での民族解放と欧米帝国主義の打倒を目指す。欧米のアジア支配を倒した後には、自らが支配者となりたいというようなことを画策していたからも明らかです。実際、残念なことながら、アジア侵略を進める日本は、英領インド、つまり今のインド、バングラデシュ、ビルマ、ミャンマーを攻略していきました。日印関係の中で、このようないわゆる歴史の負の遺産についての指摘は少ないとされています。つまり、両国の悪しき問題として取り上げることがない、あるいは日印間にはそういう問題はないんだというようなことすら言われます。しかし、やはり私たちはこういう歴史がある、あるいはコルカタの日本軍による空襲というようなことがあったということを忘れてはならないということは確かです。第二次大戦後の1947年に独立したインドの非占領国日本への諸政策は、敗戦、戦争に疲弊した日本民衆に強烈な印象を与えました。つまりインドは常に日本に強烈な印象を与え続けてくれていたのです。連合国の極東軍事法廷でのインド出身パール博士による財形法定主義による裁判無罪の主張、1951年のサンフランシスコ講和会議での外国軍隊、つまり今に続くアメリカ軍の日本駐留という問題に反対した講和条約不参加、日印平和友好条約による積極的な単独講和という独立国インドの存在は非常に輝きました。これらの諸政策は独立国ながら大国の自覚を持つインドには欧米への強烈な反発があったことは確かです。これら1945年当時の植民地インド、あるいは1947年独立の新興国インドの動きは日本民衆に新たな好感を生みました。それはですね、1957年、インド初代首相ネルーが初来日した際、 日本国民を挙げて大歓迎をしたということが印象的でした。大国インドへの近親感は非常に強められ、新しいインドへの憧れをさらに発展させることとなりました。まさに日印関係の中では、憧れこそがキーワードであったと言えるでしょう。さて、1950年代以降にインドがソ連と親しい路線を取ることによって日本から距離を生むことになりました。現実に1991年のソ連崩壊まで日印関係は低調となり、経済関係は停滞しました。国民の憧れは仏教参拝から自由な旅ができる国としては継続しましたが、お互いを理解するという面では非常に遅れてしまいました。私は日印関係を善意の相互誤解と表したことがあります。お互いに何ら悪気はない、相手について思い込みでの良いイメージを持っている。例えば日本では IT 産業の発達、数学ができる日本人、インド人、おいしいカレーなど、インドでは原爆被害から立ち上がった社会、技術のブランド、商品などなど、皆さんもこういういわゆる深いことは知らないけれどもイメージとしての近親感というのはよく耳にされたり実感されたりするはずです。しかしここで問題であるのは、イメージだけが先行し、その実情、実際の社会、人々の暮らし、そして課題などが伝えられず、お互いに解決のための協力がすることができないということです。ただ賛美するだけではなく、お互いの難点、欠点、そういうものを補う良き関係というものに対しては、さらなる努力、格別の努力が必要です。インドは世界人口第一へ向かう大国です。大きな成長する経済、平均年齢は27歳という若い、将来の展望が大きく広がる社会です。一方で日本はご承知のように少子高齢社会となり、これからは人口減少へと向かい、また今ある産業、今ある社会経済の仕組み、その運営をどのように維持していくのかが問題となります。この両国が真剣に手を携えて世界のリーダーとして活躍することは非常に重要です。特に民生、人々の暮らしの向上、自然環境の保護などの面では、インドと日本の協力は最も重要であると言えるでしょう。私は本日のまとめとして申し述べたいことは、日印それぞれがじっくり相手の社会、人々、思想を学ぶことの重要性です。憧れだけではもう両国関係は通用しません。お互いが学び合い、さらに意見を述べ合い、同じところと異なるところを認識し、さらに生活を向上させるために両国は手を結びつけなくてはなりません。近年では国際政治として両国関係は語ることが多くなります。つまり対中国との関係の中で国際政治あるいは安全保障だけが一面的に語られることが多くありますが、私自身には何か違和感が、そういうことだけでの日印関係の強化ということでいいのかという思いがあります。今私たちに必要であるのは、日本とインドの人々が人としての生き方をお互いに学び合うことが求められているのではないでしょうか。ですから日本社会で私たちが優れた思想家であるビベカナンダ氏の教えを学ぶことは大変重要な意味があります。さらにインドの人々に日本の 文化を学び続けていただき、インドの文化を振り返る一つの道にしていただきたいのです。もちろん憧れは今でも必要です。しかし、より現実の、しっかり中身も理解した上でのお互いの畏敬に結びつくことが重要でしょう。皆さんのご努力に心より敬意を表し、私も両国関係発展のために役割を担いたいと考えております。本日はありがとうございます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Professor Fukunaga.
福永教授、素晴らしいスピーチをありがとうございました。
Next, may we request our keynote speaker, Swami Vedasananda, President, Vedanta Society of Japan, to speak. The theme of this talk is Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan.
続きまして、日本ベーダンタ協会会長、スワーミー・メーダサーナンダジー・マハラージに、スワーミー・ヴィベーカーナンダの日本訪問についてお話しいただきます。
Namaskar, konnichiwa. So please feel relaxed. リラックスして私の話聞いてください。My talk will be short up. Audio visual. Visual not in the sense that my translation will be projected on the screen. You will see some photos, rare and some interesting photos. So in that sense I say it short will be sort of audio visual talk. The theme, Swami Vivekananda and Japan. Swami Vivekananda's electrifying messages are sources of inspiration to millions of souls. Japan, largely a Buddhist country where Shinto is also universally practiced, was blessed by the visit of Swami Vivekananda. He was considered as the second Buddha by many. Swamiji's visit to Japan is a momentous event in the whole religious history of this country, of which only few are aware. In the following talk, we shall briefly narrate some of the aspects of Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan. Our latest investigation on Swamiji's voyage from Bombay to Kobe on his way to attending the world's first parliamentary religions in Chicago in September 1893 shows that on May 31st, 1893, Swamiji set sail from Bombay aboard the Peninsula. Yes. On June 13th, he reached Hong Kong. At Hong Kong, he transferred to the Verona and set sail for Japan on the 24th. On the 27th, he reached Nagasaki. And on June 30th, he reached Kobe. In proceeding on to Yokohama, Swamiji must have been made aware that a ship bound for Vancouver would depart Yokohama on July 14th. Even so, he appears to have had a prior intention of doing some sightseeing within Japan, journeying from Kobe to Yokohama by road and rail. This truth appears in his letter of July 10th, where he writes, "Here I gave up the steamer at Kobe and took the land route to Yokohama with a view to seeing the interior of Japan." Swamiji reached Kobe on June 30th, 1893 by Verona. From that day until his departure from Yokohama on July 14th, he spent 2 weeks within this country, visiting cities like Kobe, Osaka, Kyoto, Tokyo, and Yokohama. Now some pertinent questions follow about Swamiji's itinerary. what places of interest he visited, how long he stayed here and there, what his modes of transport were, what sorts of food he was introduced to, who he interacted with, and what they thought of him. Regretfully, we have very limited sources of first-hand data to throw much light on these questions. We do, however, have the letter written by Swamiji to Alasinga Perumal of Madras from the Oriental Hotel in Yokohama dated July 10, 1893, relating some of his travel experiences in Japan. This was the first correspondence Swamiji sent to his circle in India since he had left the shores of the motherland more than a month before. Let us begin by quoting the first-hand description of Japan given by Swamiji in that letter. The first port we touched was Nagasaki. We landed for a few hours and drove through the town. What a contrast! The Japanese are one of the cleanliest people on earth. Everything is neat and tidy. Their streets are nearly all broad, straight, and regularly paved. Their little houses are cage-like, and their pine-covered evergreen little hills form the background of almost every town and village. The short-statured, now no more short-statured, quite long, fair-skinned, quaintly dressed Japanese, their movements, attitudes, gestures, everything is picturesque. Japan is the land of picturesque. Almost every house has a garden at the back, very nicely laid out according to Japanese fashion, with small shrubs, grass plots, artificial waters, and small stone bridges. Here I gave up the steamer and took the land route to Yokohama with a view to seeing the interior of Japan. I have seen 3 big cities in the interior: Osaka, a great manufacturing town; Kyoto, the former capital; and Tokyo, the present capital. Tokyo is nearly twice the size of Calcutta with nearly double the population. The Japanese seem now to have fully awakened themselves to the necessity of the present times. They have now a thoroughly organized army equipped with guns, which one of their own officers has invented, and which is said to be second to none. Then, they are continually increasing their navy. I have seen a tunnel nearly a mile long, bored by a Japanese engineer. The match factories are simply a sight to see, and they are bent upon making everything they want in their own country. There is a Japanese line of steamers plying between China and Japan, which shortly intends running between Bombay and Yokohama. I saw quite a lot of temples. In every temple there are some Sanskrit mantras written in Bengali, old Bengali characters. Only few of the priests know Sanskrit, but they are an intelligent sect. The modern rage for progress has penetrated even the priesthood. I cannot write what I have in my mind about the Japanese in one short letter. I only want the numbers of our young men should pay a visit to Japan and China every year, especially to the Japanese. India still the dreamland of everything high and good. From the above, we know for certain that Swamiji's first encounter with Japan took place in Nagasaki. He managed to find a few hours here to see the city by a horse carriage. This very first exposure to Japan made him realize with wonder how different this place was from those ports of call from Ceylon to Hong Kong he had seen on the voyage. Now let us begin with some conjecture on a tentative itinerary which Swamiji might have indeed followed during his visit to Japan. We have already mentioned that Swamiji reached the port of Kobe via Nagasaki on June 30th. Swamiji spends July 1st and 2nd in collecting a passport needed for inland travel in Japan and for some sightseeing in Kobe. Then from 2nd or 3rd to the 5th or 6th of July, he was sightseeing in Osaka and nearby Kyoto. On the 6th and 7th or 7th and 8th of July, he travels by train some 20 to 20 hours from Osaka or Kyoto to Shinagawa. Then from the 7th or 8th to the 13th of July, He was registered at the Oriental Hotel in Yokohama and sightseeing in Tokyo, Yokohama, and Kamakura, and also preparing for his departure to the USA via Vancouver. From the port of Yokohama on July 14, Swamiji boards the Empress of India bound for Vancouver, Canada, arriving there on July 25th. The possible places of interest Swamiji had visited in Japan include the following, which were most popular sightseeing places during Swamiji's visit to Japan. This was prepared on the then guidebooks. In Kobe, Hyogo Daibutsu, Buddha, Hyogo Daibutsu. Yes. Hyogo Daibutsu and No Fukuji Temple. In Osaka, Osaka Castle, Osaka Iron Works, Osaka Cotton Spinning Company, Tenmangu Temple, and the Match Factory. In Kyoto, Sanjio Sangendo Temple, Kiyomizu Temple, Yasaka Jinja, Chionin Temple, Hokoji Temple, Higashi Hongonji Temple, Nishi Honganji Temple, Kinkakuji Temple. In Nara, Todai Temple, Todaiji, and Kasuga Trisha Shrine. In Tokyo, yes, this is Nara. Then next, in Tokyo, Sensoji Temple, Asakusa Kannon, Tokyo Imperial Palace, Sengakuji Temple, Sukuji Honganji Temple, and in Kamakura, Daibutsu, Enkakuji, Surugaoka Hachimangu Shrine. Hachimangu Shrine. You go later. Yes, Hachimangu Shrine. Swamiji, what modes of transport were common in Japan during Swamiji's visit, which Swamiji possibly utilized? In addition to trains powered by steam engine, the wheeled rickshaw, drawn mostly by men, called a jinrikisha, as horses were reserved for military use, was becoming common and popular. Not only was it used for local transport of passengers and goods, sometimes they are hired for transport to more distant locations as well. One contemporary traveler observed the following regarding the jinriksha. Jinriksha runs through the center of the town. Next. Jinriksha. Yes. Jinriksha runs through the center of the town. We cannot see anything when the jinriksha runs fast, as if we are in a dream world. The driver runs just like a horse, with a smile and a jump. The jinriksha fee is 0.1 yen a time and 0.75 yen to 1 yen per day. If we hire a strong man or two drivers, we can move on 70 kilometers a day. Now there are lots of jinriksha in every town and country in Japan. According to one account, there are 46,000 jinriksha in Tokyo by 1872. Swamiji offered but short descriptions of what he saw in Japan, with some observations in his letter already quoted. We shall now present some of these observations in greater detail, as well as some newer ones occasioned by his reflections on Japan made later in India. In one expressive sentence, penned by Swamiji, his deep appreciation and love of Japan is clear when he writes in a letter dated June 18, 1901 to Kakura Tenshin. Japan to me is a dream, so beautiful that it haunts one all his life. Okay? Is it okay? Swamiji was greatly impressed by the beautiful landscape of the country and the houses, the cleanliness and orderliness of the people and their environs, the tidy and broad streets, the beautifully dressed people, the nice hairstyle and graceful and elegant kimono of the ladies, He also observed the engineering skills, modernized military and weaponry, match factories, etc. The Japanese seemed to be bent on making everything they wanted and needed in their own country. It is also amazing that Swamiji made the following profound political observation. After noticing Japan's efforts to become strong and modernized like Western nations, having achieved that goal to a great extent, Japan is waiting for international recognition and appreciation of its accomplishments, thus raising its political and diplomatic status on the world stage. Swamiji appreciated Japanese food in general and specifically mentioned daler jhol, misosuru, a soup made with fermented soybean paste. He remarked that the soup could be easily digested. He also remarked in one letter dated April 24, 1897, Japan is an example of what good and nourishing food can do, which is self-explanatory. Swamiji was not only fond of, but a lover of Japanese painting, about which he made several remarks later, such as, they are a great nation because of their art. Swamiji later reminisced that during his visit to Japan, he was so enamored by a Japanese painting that he felt like buying it with what money he had for the trip to Chicago and simply returned home. Swamiji saw many temples in Japan, and obviously the most famous of them are in Kyoto. He was surprised to see some Sanskrit mantras written in old Bengali characters. The possible reason is that the Siddham script of Sanskrit, which became current in Japan, looks similar to old Bengali script. Swamiji remarked about religion in Japan during an interview about his experiences in Japan. Japanese Buddhism is entirely different from what one sees in Ceylon. It is the same as Vedanta. It is positive and theistic Buddhism, not the negative atheistic Buddhism of Ceylon. Swamiji definitely came across Buddhist priests with whom he must have tried to interact with, but presumably there was the language barrier. He did, however, comment about the Buddhist Obosan, saying, only few of the priests know Sanskrit, but they are an intelligent sect. The modern rage for progress has penetrated over the priesthood. Incidentally, when Swamiji was traveling around the Tokyo-Yokohama area in the second week of July, Okakura Tenshin was living at the time in that area. He had been appointed as principal of the newly established government art college. Until recently, Okakura was busy in preparing lots of Japanese art objects for display at the Columbian Exposition in Chicago. He himself, however, did not go there. Japanese delegates to the parliamentary religions had either already departed or were about to sail soon. It would appear, however, that neither Swamiji nor Okakura or even the Japanese delegates were aware of each other at that time. Swamiji was not only a monk, he was a patriotic monk. As a patriot, he would often ponder how his motherland could be raised from its current pitiable condition under British imperial rule and be transformed into a great nation. This would enable India to share our priceless heritage of spirituality with other nations of the world. His visit to Japan and observations of the Japanese gave him 5 important clues in achieving his mission of regenerating India. The first of these was the strong faith that the Japanese have in themselves. The second was the tremendous love of the Japanese for their country and their apparent willingness to sacrifice everything for the sake of their country. Thirdly, the Japanese had fully awakened themselves to modern times, namely to transform from a medieval country to a modern nation. Fourthly, though the Japanese learned and had borrowed much from the advanced countries of the West and adopted these ideas and technologies, yet they remained distinctly Japanese all the same. They did not turn into Europeans. And finally, the Japanese instituted a theoretical, practical, and universal education to prepare the people for a necessary transformation of their country. In fact, universal education introduced by the Meiji administration was the most important single factor which transformed Japan into modern country with a remarkably short period. Swamiji explained some of these points in reply to a question put to him by a reporter of a newspaper in India asking, what's the key to Japan's sudden greatness? Not only in his letter written from his hotel room in Yokohama, but in his private conversations and interviews with the media in later years, Swamiji repeatedly advised Indians to visit Japan. For example, on one occasion he remarked, if I can get some unmarried graduates, I may try to send them over to Japan and make arrangements for their technical education there, so that when they come back, they may turn their knowledge to the best account for India. While reading this account, a question almost inevitably crosses one's mind, as did the Indian reporter who asked next, reporter, is it your wish that India should become like Japan? Swamiji, decidedly not. India should continue to be what she is. How could India ever become like Japan, or any nation for that matter? In fact, what Swamiji really meant here is that a nation, like an individual, should imbibe the good qualities which it lacks from others and enrich itself. Thus, mutual giving and taking will make all nations great without losing their own characteristic or national identities. Just as Swamiji had observed that while Japan had learned much from Europe, it had maintained its identity. However, there is a pertinent question as to why Swamiji thought it would be better to seek the assistance of Japan rather than from a highly developed Western nation like England or the USA. The answer is because while in Japan, Swamiji got the impression that India was still a dreamland of everything high and good to the Japanese. Professor Masaki Fukunaga also mentioned this point. He explained this further in one of his letters to Miss Josephine MacLeod on June 14, 1901. The help that Japan will give us will be with great sympathy and respect, whereas from the West, unsympathetic and destructive. Towards the end of the same letter, Swamiji made a highly significant remark saying, certainly it is very desirable to establish a connection between India and Japan. This idea was later reiterated by Rabindranath Tagore and put into practice. It is clear from Swamiji's comments on Japan that he had a firm belief it would do good for Indians if they imbibed the positive qualities of the Japanese without abandoning their own national characteristics. Here we see Swamiji not just in the role of a traditional religious leader, but the mentor of a nation. He thought not only in terms of spiritual regeneration, but also of its material rejuvenation. In spite of his high appreciation of Japan, Swamiji was skeptical and even critical of Japan on two scores. The first was from an offhand comment he made in Bengali. This comment apparently aired his doubt about the long-term prospects of Japan borrowing culture from the West, though it had yielded immediate and positive results. Swamiji's skepticism was later proved when Japan, following the path of imperialist Western nations, turned into such a nation itself and finally suffered greatly. The second observation regarded the state of monasticism in Japan. About it, he made the following critical remarks. Modern Buddhism, having fallen among races who had not yet come up to the evolution of marriage, has made a travesty of monasticism. So until there is developed in Japan a great and sacred ideal about marriage, apart from mutual attachment and love, I do not see how there can be great monks and nuns. Swamiji was also pained to observe that though Buddhism was still prevalent in Japan, monasticism, one of the most important aspects of Buddhism, had been corroded to a great extent. In its place, a priestcraft had emerged. Whatever those reasons may be for this corrosion of the monastic ideal, this has adversely affected the religious sequence of events in Japan with far-reaching results. We have no idea of what those fortunate Japanese who chanced to meet Swamiji, an unknown monk at the time, had thought about him. Only this much is recorded, that at least some of them held him in such high esteem that they referred to him as the second Buddha. Though Vivekananda could not revisit Japan in spite of the cordial invitation from Okakura Tenshin and Reverend Oda of Japan, owing to his failing health, the country was very much in his mind even unto the last. On 4th of July 1902, the day of his passing away, he was heard to say, "I want to do something for Japan." The wishes of such great souls do not remain unfulfilled. In the present case, Swamiji's wish was fulfilled when a society was started in 1859 in Japan, which later became the Vedanta Society of Japan in Zushi City, Kanagawa, an official branch of the Ramakrishna Mission. This Vedanta Society has been propagating and implementing the messages of Vedanta and Ramakrishna Vivekananda in various ways in this country. Again, if we are to analyze the trends of the Indo-Japanese relationship in recent years, it would be evident that the Swamiji had hoped for about a century ago is now current, is actually taking place. While Japan has been largely contributing to the material welfare of India by lending both financial and technical assistance, India is also lending spiritual support to many people of Japan. A good number of Japanese visit India every year on pilgrimage to places associated with Lord Buddha, as well as to various religious organizations and ashrams to derive spiritual inspiration. The Indo-Japanese relation is not restricted to economic and spiritual areas alone. It also extends to cultural sectors, especially the traditional healthcare system, food, and performing arts. Swamiji's repeated advice to Indians, given personally or through interviews, published in newspapers, to visit Japan did not go in vain either. In fact, if one goes through the newspapers and journals published in Bengal after Swamiji's passing away in 1902, one will find plenty of such reports of people visiting Japan for various purposes, including receiving training in various cottage industries. Some of them wrote books or articles in magazines on their experiences in Japan. It is interesting to note here that even before Rabindranath Tagore's visit to Japan for the first time in 1916, his son Ratindranath Tagore had visited this country in 1906, 10 years before Tagore, with a group of 15 young men. Now, greater numbers of young Indians in connection with information technology are visiting Japan and are being impacted by this country, thus fulfilling the long-cherished wish of Swamiji. For the sake of truth, we must mention here that more than 100 years after Swamiji's visit to Japan, there have been significant changes in the Japan he had seen and what it has become today. While unfortunately some aspects of his wonderful tradition and culture have lost importance, it retains some of them even today. It is evident that presently Japan has been facing serious problems not only in the economic front but also in the social, cultural, and religious fronts. In this backdrop, is there any scope of studying and implementing the profound messages of Vivekananda for the benefit of the Japanese? We can identify at least 5 areas in which Vivekananda's ideas can contribute substantially to Japanese society. Namely, by imparting a genuine and broad-based spirituality, by preaching the ideal of karma yoga, regenerating Buddhism, motivating the local people, and finally promoting the India-Japan relationship. Here we shall take up only 2 of those areas, namely the idea of the karma yoga and creating motivation, and briefly discussing them. The ideal of karma yoga. The dedication of the Japanese to work and the striving for perfection is proverbial, making matchless products and capturing world markets. However, a close observation of a people focused on work reveals the tremendous stress and strain due to relentless work pressures tells upon their physical and mental health, as well as personal relationship. Hence, everyone wants to know how, while performing all those duties that one cannot just give up, one can become free from stress and enjoy good health and mental peace. And if so inclined, they even become spiritually elevated. In this, Swami Vivekananda's ideas of Karma Yoga can be of substantial help. Motivational. In a recent US survey, student graduates and new company employees were asked if they had received any education or training at home or at school on how to face the crisis of life encountered, such as failures, frustration, loss, and consequent stresses and fears. Most of these young people replied that they had either received absolutely no such training or very little of it. This is also true in Japan. We feel disturbed when young boys and girls or even adults of this country suffer so tremendously and feel utterly helpless in the face of serious troubles in life, especially when there is a lack of interest in God or prophets. They run here and there for support, mostly unsuccessfully, and finally think of ending their lives. Should the parents and leaders of Society of Japan helplessly watch this condition and not think of especially equipping the young to boldly face life's adversities by providing them positive ideas and inspiring messages beforehand? I am aware that there are quite a few books on inspiration in Japanese, but I do not know the extent to which those books are utilized. However, in addition to those messages, memorizing and following some of the inspirational messages of Vivekananda would be of tremendous help. Vivekananda's messages are like elixirs to the soul and energy tonics to the negative and weak mind. We may recall here that one of the chief reasons prompting the Indian government to proclaim Swamiji's birthday as Youth Day in India is that the Indian government felt Swamiji's messages have the tremendous power to inspire all, especially the young. Here we provide a few of Swamiji's quotes to give you a better idea of them. Swamiji, quote, "All power is within you, manifest it. Strength is life, weakness is death. The remedy for weakness is not brooding over weakness, but thinking of strength." And then finally, unselfishness is God. My conclusion, it would be the height of folly to discard Vivekananda, as some are unfortunately prone to do, because he is a man of religion and therefore irrelevant. Swamiji had profound messages both for individuals and for nations. This is not only true with respect to Indians, but for people of other countries as well, including Japan. This is substantiated by a report that America's famous Smithsonian Institute had organized an exhibit highlighting 31 non-Americans who had greatly contributed to the culture and growth of America. Swami Vivekananda was one among them. A special character trait of the Japanese is that if they realize that a certain idea is good and beneficial for them, no matter where it comes from, they will no longer simply discuss or dream about it, they will adopt and adapt it. Now, when once convinced that Swamiji's ideas will be greatly beneficial for the Japanese, individual and nation, the next thought will be its implementation. Likewise, by imbibing some laudable Japanese character traits, Indians, on the other hand, will fare better in their commitment to duty, discipline, unity, and social ethics. Through this, and by cooperation with each other in all sectors, we, the people of two countries, can fulfill the cherished dreams of not only Swami Vivekananda, but also of Rabindranath Tagore and Okakura Tenshin. That dream is to create a greater bond between our two countries. That would also be a most fitting tribute to the hallowed memories of these three great men, the three great pioneers of the Japan-India relationship. Let us take a pledge to work on it today on the occasion of the 125th anniversary celebration of Swami Vivekananda's visit to Japan. Thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Swamiji.
マハラジありがとうございました。
Now, before the last part of the program, I would like to make a few important announcements.
では本日のプログラム第1部終了の前に皆様にいくつか大切なご案内がございます。
There will be a 30-minute intermission immediately following the closing of the program. Please go to the main foyer for a light refreshment. Volunteer ushers will guide you to the foyer. You are requested to take refreshments only in the courtyard outside the building. No food nor drinks are allowed inside. Please keep the area clean. You are requested to throw all trash in the garbage bin.
第1部終了後30分間の休憩となります。ロビーでお菓子をお配りしますので、スタッフの案内に従ってロビーにご移動ください。なお、飲食が許可されているのは建物の外のみですので、大変申し訳ありませんが、外に出て庭などでお召し上がりいただきますようお願いいたします。また、ゴミは必ずゴミ箱に入れ、施設内をきれいに保つことができるようご協力をお願いいたします。
Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated. Please do not leave anything behind the hall when you leave.
また、ホールを出る際には、必ずお荷物をすべてお持ちください。第2部ではお席をすべて入れ替えますので、休憩時間中にお席にお荷物を置いていくことはできません。申し訳ありませんが、ご理解ご協力お願いいたします。
New books and CDs which have been released today and within the last year will be available for sale. There will be exhibition and sale of books on Hinduism, meditation, Ramakrishna Vivekananda in Japanese and English. CDs of devotional songs and photos are in the same area, the main foyer.
また、先ほど披露しました新しい書籍と、この1年で新たに発刊した CD や書籍などをロビーにて販売いたします。ヒンドゥー教、瞑想、ラーマクリシュナ、ビベーカナンダなどに関する日本語と英語の本、傘下の CD、写真などをロビーに展示、販売しておりますので、どうぞご覧ください。
The cultural program will begin immediately after 30 minutes of intermission. Please return to the auditorium wherever you, let's see, it's 3 o'clock now. And according to the program, it says the second part of the culture program will begin at 4 p.m. But according to the program. However, we were very fortunate this year we're usually behind schedule, but we're very fortunate this year, and so you will have a 30-minute intermission, but we would like you to be back at 3:30 for the second part of the culture program. Yes, please do not leave yet. This is just an announcement for your reminder. There's going to be a closing speech.
また第2部の文化交流プログラムは30分の休憩の後にすぐに始まります。お手元のプログラムには4時と記載されていると思いますが、開始時間がですね、今年はですね、例年になくスケジュールが早く進行しておりまして、今3時、30分か40分頃からですね、第2部を開始できるかと思います。この後、感謝の辞をのスピーチがございますので、その後、お席を立っていただき、3時半から40分ぐらいまでにまたこちらのホール内にお戻りください。第2部では賛歌とインドの古典舞踊をお楽しみいただきます。
And now, vote of thanks will be given by Mr. Atsushi Suzuki,Secretary of Vedanta Society of Japan.
では、プログラム第1部の最後に、日本ベーダンタ協会書記の鈴木敦様から皆様へお礼の言葉をいただきます。
ただいまご紹介に預かりました日本ベーダンタ協会書記の鈴木敦と申します。第155回スワーミー・ビベーカーナンダ生誕祝賀会、そして今回はスワーミー・ビベーカーナンダ訪日125周年記念祝賀会でもあります。第1部閉会にあたりまして一言ご挨拶を申し上げます。本日このような素晴らしい生誕祭が滞りなく行われましたことを、シュリ・ラーマクリシュナ、シュリ・サラダ・デービー、 スワミ・ビベーカーナンダ寺に感謝いたしますと同時に、お三方の恩寵によるものと確信しております。そしてスピーチをしてくださいました駐日インド大使館首席講師ラージクマール・スリバスタ氏、それと日本とインドとの関係というテーマでご講演をいただきました上智大学客員研究員福永正明氏にここより感謝に並びにお礼を申し上げます。この生誕記念祝賀会は例年インド大使館で開催しておりましたが、今年はここ南大塚ホールで開催となりました。南大塚ホールのスタッフの皆様には厚くお礼を申し上げます。またお忙しい中、そしてご遠方より大変多くのお客様方にご出席を賜りましたことを心より感謝いたします。そしてすべての皆様に改めまして厚くお礼を申し上げます。なお、この後第2部文化交流プログラムが行われます。短い時間ではございますが、歌や踊りなど、生誕の日を祝いたいと思いますので、ぜひお楽しみください。最後に、この会場にお集まりの皆様方にシュリ・ラーマクリシュナ、シュリ・サラダ・デイビー、スワミ・ビベーカーナンダ寺の純粋な愛が降り注がれることを心よりお祈り申し上げます。以上簡単ではございますが、第1部閉会のご挨拶とさせていただきます。本日はどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you, Mr. Suzuki.
鈴木様ありがとうございました。
This ends the first part of our program today. We will resume at 3:40 for the cultural program. So please return by 3:35.
以上をもちまして第1部を終了いたします。第2部の文化プログラムは3時40分に開始いたしますので、3時35分までにご着席くださいますようお願いいたします。どうもありがとうございました。